Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here, back with some more Grand Tactician, our 1861 campaign. It is June 1862. We have a goal to get the Union below 60 before November. So a pretty tough task, but I think doable if we take DC, and we should be able to have the manpower to do that. So I was asked, how are we not having enough arms? Get into some of the armies, and I will show you why. So, with William Scurry here, he has mixed muskets. All we have is Springfield muskets, which is the base. It's the same thing as the mixed muskets. From my knowledge, this is what the basic one for the Union is, and this is the basic one for the Confederates, so there's not really an upgrade there. I do have my finances all the way up for diplomacy. We're just not getting the throughput from England. I'm not sure if trade war also does it. I think it actually does, so that could be also why we're not. Let's go up very high just because. We got recruitment up to very high, and then we're going to do industry. We're doing multiple policies, so it's going to take a while. But industry here, and maybe we can get some more cannons and stuff, some throughput. We also have diplomacy 3 coming as well. That's in about 103 days, so that'll be cut down once all the other policies are done. And what was the other one? We're doing free trade, which will get our cash up as well. So we're doing 3. That's why it's taking so long. But we should have the time here. Now, we were going to do this battle here to push this army out of Kentucky. So we'll push this unit north at the army. The 4th Corps is the one that's going to weave all the way back here and then go over and reinforce Polk's Corps. Polk's the one that's been getting hit from the Army of the Mississippi, but they should be getting good supply now as they are connected with this depot. So they'll get their disabled number up. Over here, we're beating this Army of the Ohio one up, and I think we are pushing towards Missouri to try to capitulate the Union as quickly as possible. We do have the Union Army up here, so if we can get into St. Louis and disintegrate this army here, we should be able to capitulate Missouri. And the same thing with Kentucky. If we can get this army out and this one, we'll have Kentucky flip. On the flip side over here, we're waiting for one of the depots to finish the soonest, which is likely going to be this one with the 1st Corps. And it's also the one that is the most likely the easiest one to push south. So we're going to push south with the 1st Corps. It still has supply, and we'll take that into DC when the time comes. While we're waiting, that also helps the readiness of John H. Morgan to come up, and maybe then we can, once we get the 1st Corps in this combat here, we'll move the 4th Corps back up here into a holding position. We'll move the Army of the Carolina in there, but by the time we do that, that's probably 4 or 5 episodes away because of some of the battles. The Army of the Northwest is going to go through Marietta, go through Columbus, down, capture the railway portion here, cross the river through Hillsborough to Cincinnati, into Covington, and hold around here. So, we're waiting. Shields is withdrawn here. So, Shields does not want to play. We're going to put the 3rd Corps back here now. And that army is unknown. So I'm actually going to halt this army. We're going to put this one back here. Third Corps is going to go back to the crossroads. Okay, the Army of the Mississippi is marching this way. We're going to take this one to here. So Donelson's at destination. Magruder is coming up to this portion here. We'll probably take that down. Missouri State Guard is marching north. What I want with this one is here. Actually, we can't do that. There's a second depot being built there, so let's halt. $5 days. They aren't moving out of, what is that, Philly? So that's a plus. Army of the Mississippi just wants to move out. So this location is unknown right now. Buckner in the 4th Corps there. I likely need to have another corps in the Army of the Tennessee. We're going to occupy this much territory at the Tennessee. But unknown. Okay, so this needs to go up to a level 2. Okay, Louisville is ours. We got a lot of troops over here, so we need to increase that as well. Get the orders here. Buckner's at destination. Looks like they're moving north for whatever reason. We got a stalemate over here, no one's moving. So 2 days. Thought we'd have a battle, so maybe our battle this episode will be the 1st Corps coming in. One looks good. They're out of supply, but they will get in supply shortly. 4 days. Maybe this one will be able to get supplies in. Okay. Edmund Kirby Smith is going to come down here. This is going to take a while to go through this territory. Because this is going to move down through here. And this is going to be a reinforcement of Polk's Corps. We might move him to Hartford. Okay, this is done. Move him here. There's an army here. Is it possible this army actually isn't here? It's here. Maybe? Okay, let's halt it. Let's see what we have for weapons. Do we have any throughput now? Still none. On the cannons. Still none. Okay. This is done in 3 days. Go speed 20. Army of the Cumberland's coming right through there. Scurries at destination, Porterfield, and Magruder. So Forest Corps is going to have to hold here. Gosh. We need to get this up here. We need you to forced march. Yeah, I need the second corps. I'm going to go up to Forest Corps. We need another corps. At this point. Can't stand and fight that. So one day that'll be done. We're gonna have to withdraw from here. Use the second corps to counterattack at Louisville. Be an orderly retreat. Bison Forest are a destination. Let's halt. Recruiter needs to go up here. I'm not seeing anything here. Okay, we're starting to see our first portion. That is there. So that is 100% there. Okay. So that's going to be a counterattack there. We need to build a depot here to supply those troops. This depot is done here. Both of these are. Upgrade these all the way. All troops. The first corps is going to march on DC. And they should pull all existing troops here. Yeah, let's make sure what we're looking at is the Army of the Shenandoah is here with 23,000. We need to move back. Can't move that army. The Army of the Cumberland's got 18. This is to hold it from anything from this. Why isn't he marching here? You're not getting any orders to march? Alright, here's our first battle of the Army of the Cumberland up here. Reinforcements from 4th Corps, 2nd Corps, and it's going to be commanded by Albert Sidney Johnson. Going up against Greenhorn here. 2nd Corps is going to be over here, and then we will move back our Cav Corps a little bit. This army is too spread out. I'm not sure if I can hold all positions. We start using the Army of Carolina. Maybe we start moving them to West Virginia. Maybe that is the key. Okay, so we're going to have cavalry here. This is a movement to contact. Union's coming down here. They're going to likely be around this area. Forward deploy. Okay, so keep going. Move to Barton's portion, and then we're going to put up a defensive position here. See what we have. Then we'll get our men coming on the field. But I think he's late with the 2nd Corps. Whoops. 2nd Corps will be here in an hour. Still marching on their way here. This field's been pretty bloodied over the course of the war. Yeah, we're starting to get cannon fire on us. Okay, so let's go and dismount. Gonna move over. But these field guns here. These field guns here. These ones will be here. These ones will be here. Now we're going to hold. They should be coming up that river. We are in a defensive position. We're still waiting for the 2nd Corps. The men are late, to say the least. Mount up, move to our right. If they're coming over here. Behind us. They're going to come in behind us. I saw this. I think this just changed. Okay, so get the men, the reinforcements here. Yes, we do. Let's get Anderson to mount and move left. Not seeing any movement down this road. Yep. I'll stop. They're on our rear. The infantry is lacking. Mount up. Charge. Charge. We just intercepted the middle of their column. Bragg, you're going to set up here. Come on, get there. Get in combat. What's going on here? You gotta be kidding me. You wouldn't actually get into combat here. Damn. Maybe Buford can get there. Yeah, Buford's not bugged. What? Okay. Is he actually retreating back this way, or is he right there? I think he's over here. Yep. The enemy is retreating from here. We killed the majority of their cannons here. We know these are 10-pounders. I think they're all 10-pounders. It's a pretty easy fight. We caught them moving in column. I should have expected them by now to move up the middle there, and then I scouted to the left, saw them in column, and hit their rear. So, no spectacular tactics by any means, but decent ones. Okay, so let's see what we have on the field. I know the one for DC is going to take a long time, and I want to do that in a separate episode. So this one might be a shorter one depending on how fast we get into that. So force is going to come back up here. I'm going to put the 2nd Corps in reserve here. I'll put the Army of the Tennessee here. I need another corps, or I need to bolster Polk's Corps. You know what? That's probably the more logical thing to do. Let's take this. Let's move up to Hartford. This corps is going to go up into Louisville. Let's halt this one. Even though, let's take this 21,000 here. Let's take this 21,000 here and move up to Cumberland. And we're going to move the Army of the Carolina in the middle. Okay, so we're going to have some units that need some reinforcement. This is going to be a massive battle, so we're going to do this next episode. It's going to be a shorter one here, about 30 minutes, because of this next one will probably be an hour to an hour and a half long. So thank you all for joining me. Go and leave a like below, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.